everyone, I'm Reagan, and today my family and I are exploring the incredible Monteverde cloud forest in Costa Rica. We're at Selvatura Park, and Steven is our guide. This place is very special because it's one of the only cloud forests left in the world. Can you guess why it's called a cloud forest? It's so high up in the mountains that we're actually in the clouds. All of the mist comes from the clouds that roll through the forest. That moisture keeps everything green and alive. The mist here is like a sprinkler system. It waters the plants all day long. And trust me, this forest is full of life. The Monteverde cloud forest is home to 2,500 types of plants. And there are tons of animals, from tiny hummingbirds to large pumas. Some of the trees in this forest are over 100 feet tall. They're covered in moss, orchids, and other plants that grow on them. The whole forest feels alive. Everywhere you look, something is growing, like these giant ferns. It almost feels prehistoric. We've also seen a lot of hummingbirds. The hummingbirds pollinate about 1,000 to 2,000 plants a day.
Having a speed average of 60 kilometers per hour.
Wow!
If you have been close to a hummingbird, probably you also have heard their wings. Sounds like a bee's. Why it sounds like that?
So fast.
They can move wings 60 to 90 times per second.
Wow.
So it's also something pretty important about them. It's gonna be that it's the only bird able to fly to sides, able to fly backwards or even forward. You know how I describe it? Hummingbirds are helicopters, and the rest of the birds, they're just airplanes. Always.
Yeah.
All right.
The bees are here too, but they can't get much done here in the cloud forest because it's just too wet for them.
I see a beehive.
But the hummingbirds can. They are the true pollinators of the cloud forest. This is one of my favorite parts, the hanging bridges. Here at Selvatura Park, there are many hanging bridges suspended throughout the forest. The bridges take you right up into the tree canopy. You can see the forest from a whole new perspective. Whoa, check out this view! You can see the tops of the trees swaying in the breeze and the mist wrapping around everything. Many animals in the cloud forest actually spend their whole lives here, almost never touching the ground. Can you imagine your whole life in the treetops? I can. The Monteverde cloud forest in Costa Rica is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth. Some of the plants and animals that live here exist in almost no other places on Earth. They thrive in this wet, misty environment. Everything here works together to survive. And what's really cool is the forest helps clean our air. The trees absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. That helps our planet breathe. We're on top of the Continental Divide.
So take a look how the Continental Divide mountain is starting to get covered by clouds over here. What it forms the clouds over here, it's that being on top of the Continental Divide mountain will happen that we got hot masses of air coming from Pacific, cold masses of air from the Caribbean. So what it's gonna happen is that both masses of air, they're pushing up together and creating or forming those clouds. That's what it forms our cloud forest.
When rain comes down, it hits the top of the divide. Every drop ends up in either the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean, depending on where it rolls off. A lot of people work hard to make sure that this forest stays healthy. There are reforestation projects and people who study the unique plants and animals that live in this ecosystem. The forest is a living laboratory for scientists who come from all over the world to study its biodiversity. We spotted so many animals, but one was extremely exciting. Inside the hole, there was a big, huge, hairy tarantula.
Flash on.
Is it a tarantula?
Let me have you. Yes.
Oh my gosh! Wait, Oh my gosh! Here, let me get that's a tarantula!
We also saw some beautiful baby birds.
Okay, over here, I want to show you girls a small bird nest of a species bird called the black-faced solitaire, where it's having 2 chicks right now.
So sweet.
They were so cute.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's a bat. That's a bat. Oh my gosh. Wait,
Those are many. There's about 5, 6 of them over there.
Inside an old dead tree, we spotted some tiny bats, a whole family of them. Bats kind of creep me out, but the forest, it's their home. We learned about a special berry that smells like citronella. If you hold it, you don't get any bug bites. It's amazing, everything in the forest has a purpose, from the tiniest plant to the tallest tree. I'm so glad that we got to explore this beautiful place today. Thanks for coming along, friends. Hope to see you in Costa Rica at Selvatura Park.